found the lighter that you left beside the sink, and the shoebox full of Polaroids we took. I built a small campfire out in the backyard and tossed in every chapter of our book. I watched the edges curl and turn from blue to black, the way our love did when the winter hit. There is no road that's ever gonna lead us back. We burned the bridge and now we sit in it, and it's ashes to dust, sparks in the night, watching us vanish right out of my sight. We used to burn hotter than a mid-July sun. Now we're just smoke from the damage that's done. I'm breathing you in as you scatter away. Nothing is left of our yesterday. Yeah, we blew away on a bitter cold gust, from a beautiful fire down to ashes to dust. The neighbors probably think I finally lost my mind, staring at a pile of gray and glowing coal. It's crazy how a love so heavy and divine can leave behind a completely hollow hole. I try to sweep the remnants into a little pile, but the wind just laughs and blows it through the grass. I haven't seen your face or seen you smile in a while. I guess forever has a quick expiration pass, and it's ashes to dust, sparks in the night, watching us vanish right out of my sight. We used to burn hotter than a mid-July sun. Now we're just smoke from the damage that's done. I'm breathing you in as you scatter away. Nothing is left of our yesterday. Yeah, we blew away on a bitter cold gust, from a beautiful fire down to ashes to dust. You can't unburn, burn a letter once it meets the flame. You can't uncry the tears when you say my name. We were a wildfire raging out of control, blazing through my heart, scorching my soul. Now I'm just standing in the quiet debris, looking at the wreckage of you and me. God, it's ashes to dust, sparks in the night, screaming your name as I lose the fight. We used to burn hotter than a mid-July sun. Now we're just smoke from the damage that's done. I'm choking on words that I wanted to say as the final embers slowly turn into gray. Yeah, we blew away on a bitter cold gust, from a beautiful fire down to ashes to dust. Ashes to dust, nothing left to burn. A painful lesson that I had to learn. Just gray soot on my heavy boots. Goodbye. I stood by the coffee that you liked, pouring 2 cups out of habit in the dark. Then I see your empty keys beside the door, and the quiet leaves a brand new heavy mark. You said you loved me just a week ago. Now you look right through me like a pane of glass. I'm staring at the wreckage of our world, wondering how forever turned to dust so fast. And it's a bitter pill to swallow, choking on the words you never said. Waking up to find tomorrow is just a ghost inside my head. I am down on my knees in the cold, trying to let go of your hand to hold. Yeah, losing you is a bitter pill, and the medicine is burning me still. Burning me still. I saw saw you walking down on 7th Street with your fingers tangled in a coat. You wore the smile that used to belong to me, while a suffocating lump rose in my throat. It's the sudden way you traded out my love, like a habit you could easily just quit, leaving me to patch the pieces of my chest where the puzzle pieces no longer fit. And it's a bitter pill to swallow, choking on the words you never said, waking up to find tomorrow it's just a ghost inside my head. I am down on my knees in the cold, trying to let go of your hand to hold. Yeah, losing you is a bitter pill, and the medicine is burning me still. They say that time cures everything, that the bleeding eventually stops, but every tick of the clock is a sting as another heavy teardrop drops. How do I take this diagnosis? How do I accept that we are done, when my heart still feels the closest to the ghost of the only one? It's burning me still. Burning me still. Just a bitter pill. Drink it down. Taste the pain. Nothing left but the rain. I take the dirt road down to the willow tree, where we carved our names in the summer heat. I brought a shovel and an old shoebox filled with the promises we couldn't keep. Your silver bracelet and the movie stubs, the Polaroid where you were laughing loud. I dug a hole beneath the heavy roots, away from the noise of the city crowd. And now I'm standing over buried regrets, choking on the things that I didn't say, covering the embers of our old cigarettes, wishing I could wash the dirt away. I packed the earth down with my heavy boots, trying to detach these bleeding roots, but the ground is soft and the memory stays. I'm burying regrets, but the ghost remains. It's been a year since you packed your car and left me standing in the driveway rain. I told myself that if I hid your things, I'd finally find a way to numb the pain. But every shovel full of heavy clay feels like a weight upon my fragile chest. I'm trying hard to put our love to sleep and give these agonizing thoughts a rest. And now I'm standing over buried regrets, choking on the things that I didn't say, covering the embers of our old cigarettes, wishing I could wash the dirt away. I packed the earth down with my heavy boots, trying to detach these bleeding roots, but the ground is soft and the memory stays. I'm burying regrets, but the ghost remains. But the ghost remains. You can't dig a hole deep enough for the truth. You can't hide the wreckage of our youth. The grass will grow over where we used to lay, but my heart still bleeds in the exact same way. I'm marking grave of a beautiful lie underneath a gray and unforgiving sky. Trembling boots can't seem to kill these stubborn roots. Yeah, the ground is cold and the winter is near. I bury my regrets, but you're still here. 6 feet deep, but I cannot sleep. Buried regrets where the sun sets, just dirt and stone. And I'm still alone. I watched you pack your life into a cardboard box. Every tape click sounded like a ticking clock. You took the records in the vintage picture frame, but left the echoes of the way you said my name. You checked the mirrors and you grabbed your heavy coat. While I was choking on the words inside my throat, you looked so determined, standing by the door, like you forgot what we were fighting for. Now I'm counting up the cost of leaving, paying for the choices that you made, staring at a bedroom ceiling, watching every color start to fade. You got your freedom, you got your clean slate. I got the silence and a love turned into hate. Tell me, was it worth the price you paid to walk away and leave me delayed? I found your spare key hidden in the kitchen drawer, the one you said you wouldn't need anymore. It's funny how a little piece of silver metal can make the dust in an empty room unsettle. I hear the neighbors laughing through the thin drywall, while I am waiting for a phone that won't call. You traded memories for a brand new zip code and left me broken on a one-way road. Now I'm counting up the cost of leaving, paying for the choices that you made, staring at a bedroom ceiling, watching every color start to fade. You got your freedom, you got your clean slate. I got the silence and a love turned into hate. Tell me, was it worth the price you paid to walk away and leave me delayed? Did you factor in the tears on my face? Did you calculate the void in this space? Is your new life everything you bought, or are you haunted by the lessons we were taught? Because it cost a lot to rip a heart in two, and I'm the one who's bankrupt over you. Look at what we built and be unafraid. It cost me everything. You paid nothing at all. Just an empty room and a shadow on the wall. The cost of leaving is more than I footsteps coming up the wooden stairs, the exact same sound that used to bring me peace. You're holding flowers like an olive branch, begging for this cold war to finally cease. You say you're sorry and you wanna fix the breaks. You say you'll change if I just give you time. But looking at you now, my hands don't even shake. I've crossed over the emotional borderline, because the damage is done, the glass is shattered. You can't glue the pieces back the way they were. It doesn't matter what you say you'll do. The girl who used to fight for you is just a blur. You tore the walls down, you burned the field, and now you're crying for the love we used to run. But you woke up too late to save us, baby. The fire's out and the damage is done. You try to hug me but I feel like stone, a stranger standing in my own front hall. It's crazy how a heart can hurt so bad, until the day it feels nothing at all. I spent 1,000 nights weeping on the floor, begging the dark to bring you back to me. But now you're here, standing at my door, and all I feel is the need to be free. Because the damage is done, the glass is shattered. You can't glue the pieces back the way they were. It doesn't matter what you say you'll do. The girl who used to fight for you is just a blur. You tore the walls down, you burned the field, and now you're crying for the love we used to run. But you woke up too late to save us, baby. The fire's out and the damage is done. There's no magic word to undo the scars, no way to put back the falling stars. You can't unsay the words that broke my trust. You can't sweep away a love that turned to dust. It's a flat line where the fever used to burn. A final lesson that we both had to learn. Too late to save us, baby. The fire's out and the damage is done. Too late, the damage is done. No more tears, the battle's won. But everybody lost, damage is done. Goodbye. Goodbye. The fireplace is freezing in the living room. We're sitting on opposite sides of the couch. The silence between us is a heavy doom, with words that we're both too afraid to avouch. I remember when your touch was a blazing spark that could ignite the coldest winter night. Now we're just shivering here in the dark, staring at a flame that lost its fight. And we're just blowing on dying embers, trying to force a cold ash to glow, crying for the heat that my body remembers, watching the final little orange light go. You can't warm your hands on a ghost of a fire, you can't rebuild rebuild a castle on a funeral pyre. Yeah, the smoke is clearing and the chill sets in. This is where the dying embers finally end. Your breath forms a vapor in the quiet air as you reach out your hand just to touch my knee. But there's no electricity lingering there, just a faint reminder of you and me. It's tragic how a wildfire can burn so high, then leave nothing behind but a charcoal trace. We used to look like a mid-July sky. Now we're just dust in an empty space, and we're just blowing on dying embers, trying to force a cold ash to glow, crying for the heat that my body remembers, watching the final little orange light go. You can't warm your hands on a ghost of a fire. You can't rebuild a castle on a funeral pyre. Yeah, the smoke is clearing and the chill sets in. This is where the dying embers finally end. We used up all our matches on the petty fights. We burned down all the bridges on our darkest nights. Now there's no wood left to feed the flame, just the black soot of a broken name. I'm wrapping my arms tight around my chest, accepting the cold is probably for the best. Of a fire, we reached the very end of our desire. Yeah, the smoke is gone and the frost sets in. This is where the dying embers finally end. Dying embers turn into gray, the last little spark fades away. No more heat, no more light, just the cold of the night. Goodbye. Goodbye. Just an empty space. I set the table for a habit I can't break. Two porcelain plates under the kitchen light. I pour the wine and then I catch my own mistake, staring at the vacancy across from me tonight. The kitchen clock is ticking louder than before, echoing against the tile, bouncing off the wall. I keep expecting you to walk right through the door, but the silence is the only thing that answers when I call. And I'm just staring at an empty chair, replaying every single word we ever spoke, looking for your shadow, but there's nothing there, just the heavy remnants of a promise that we broke. You used to sit right there and hold my hand, locking at the messy future that we planned. Now I'm dining with a ghost, gasping for some air, left alone with nothing but an empty chair. Your favorite book is sitting on the wooden seat, exactly where you left it on the day you packed your mind. I haven't moved it because moving it feels like defeat, like erasing every single trace you left behind. The neighbors think I'm crazy talking to the dark, setting up a place for someone who is gone, but every memory of you has left a burning mark. And I don't know how to clean the slate and move into the dawn. And I'm staring at an empty chair, replaying every single word we ever spoke, nothing there, just the heavy remnants of a promise that we broke. You used to sit right there and hold my hand, looking at the messy future that we planned. Now I'm dining with a ghost, gasping for some air, left alone with nothing but an empty chair. It's just a piece of wood, four legs and a frame. So why does it feel heavy when I say your name? It's a physical reminder of the void inside my chest, a monument to everything that went from best to worst. I wanna throw it out, I wanna burn it down, but it's the only piece of you that's left in this town. Left alone with nothing but an empty chair, just an empty space where I used to see your face. 2 plates down in a lonely town, the chair remains, and so does the pain. Goodbye. I packed the last of my sweaters in the velvet bag. The apartment echoes with a hollow sound. Our matching coffee mugs are sitting on the counter space, but we're just staring at the wooden ground. There is no screaming, no doors left to slam tonight. We ran out of fuel for the bitter fights, just 2 tired people in the fading light, knowing we couldn't make the wrong things right. And this is the final goodbye, the end of the road, dropping the weight of a heavy broken load. No more maybe next time, no more we can try, just a clean break under a dark July sky. I'm letting you go, though it tears me apart, taking my pieces and my shattered heart. Turn off the headlights, let the engine die. This is our very final goodbye. You hand me the spare key with a trembling hand. Your fingers brush mine for the very last time. It's crazy how a touch that used to feel like home now feels like committing a tragic crime. We don't make promises we know we're gonna break. We don't ask for hours that we cannot take. Just a formal nod as I step out the door into a life where I don't see you anymore. And this is the final goodbye, the end of the road, dropping the weight of a heavy broken load. No more maybe next time, no more we can try, just a clean break under a dark July sky. I'm letting you go, though it tears me apart, taking my pieces and my shattered heart. Turn off the headlights, let the engine die. This is our very final goodbye. I won't call you when the winter gets cold. I won't look for the future that we sold. We're erasing our names from the narrative line. You live your life and I'll try to fight mine. It's a beautiful tragedy, a quiet release, trading our warfare for a lonely peace. fades to black, just a memory of you and me. Final goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I sit alone in the quiet of this room, watching the shadows dance across the floor. Your coffee cup is sitting where you left it, but you don't walk through that door anymore. I check my phone like a habit I can't break, searching for pieces of a digital ghost. You deleted your history, deleted your name, right when I needed your presence the most. Now I'm just living in your ghost actions, replaying the moments you started to fade, looking for clues in the sudden distractions and all of the promises that you unmade. You move like a phantom, you left without sound, leaving me broken with my feet on the ground. Yeah, your ghost actions are all that remain, just a beautiful haunting of permanent pain. I found your jacket in the back of the closet. It still smells like the rain from last July. I held it close until the tears started falling, asking the walls and the ceiling why you didn't scream. No, you didn't even fight. You just drifted away like smoke in the air, taking your love out into the night, leaving a vacancy everywhere. Now I'm just living in your ghost actions, replaying the moments you started to fade, looking for clues in the sudden distractions and all of the promises that you unmade. You move like a phantom, you left without sound, leaving me broken with my feet on the ground. Yeah, your ghost actions are all that remain, just a beautiful haunting, a permanent pain. You unlike my pictures, you unfollow my life like a race in the chalkboard. You wiped out the strife, but how do I press delete on my heart? How do I stop missing my favorite part? You're a vapor, a whisper, a shadow I chase, an empty reflection I cannot replace. Without sound, leaving me shadow with my feet on the ground. Yeah, your ghost actions are all that remain, just a beautiful haunting, a permanent pain. Ghost actions in the dark, you left your mark. Now you're just a shadow, and I'm still here, fading out like you did. I left my keys on the counter by your keys, the ones they used to share a silver ring. I'm tired of begging on my bruised and bleeding knees for a winter heart to feel the warmth of spring. I packed the car while you were fast asleep, so I wouldn't have to watch you block the door. There are no promises left for us to keep, and I'm not strong enough to fix us anymore. And it feels like giving up, but it's saving my life. Stepping out of the shadow of this endless knife. I loved you to pieces till I ran out of breath, but fighting for a ghost is just a slow, quiet death. So I'm turning the key, I'm letting you go, driving away in the midnight snow, yeah. Giving up is the hardest part, but it's the only way to heal this broken heart. I look at your picture in the dashboard light, the smile that used to make the world stand still. I spent 1,000 nights trying to make it right, swallowing the bitterness of a toxic pill. But you can't force a closed door to open wide, and you can't make somebody wanna stay. I'm leaving all my hope on your passenger side and letting the wind blow the ashes away. And it feels like giving up, but it's saving my life. Stepping out of the shadow of this endless knife. I loved you to pieces till I ran out of breath, but fighting for a ghost is just a slow, quiet death. So I'm turning the key, I'm letting you go, driving away in the midnight snow, yeah. Giving up is the hardest part, but it's the only way to heal this broken heart. Is it defeat if it sets me free? Is it a loss if I find the real me? I ran a marathon just to keep you close, but I was always the one who cared the most. Now I'm dropping the torch, I'm stopping the race and wiping the tears right off of my face. So I'm hitting the gas, I'm letting you go, watching you fade in the rearview glow, yeah. Giving up is a heavy cross to bear, but there's nothing left for us to share. Giving up to finally breathe, it's time to leave. The street lights fade, choices made, no more tears, just empty years. Goodbye. Goodbye. I found it crumpled at the bottom of my bag, a glossy square of a life we used to know. We were standing on the pier in late September, before the autumn wind began to blow. Your arm was wrapped around my frozen shoulders. You were looking at the camera, laughing bright. I was looking up at you like you were heaven, completely blind to the approaching night. And it's our last photograph, the final proof, before our beautiful world lost its roof. Smiling so hard like we never go bad, holding the best thing that we ever had. Now I'm just staring at a frozen frame, whispering to a ghost who forgets my name. Yeah, the paper is creased and the edges are torn, the last photograph of the day we were born. It's crazy how a camera can capture a lie, or maybe it was true just for that second, because a heartbeat later everything changed, and the darkness came to beckon. Now you're living in a brand new zip code, and I'm still trapped inside this glossy sheets, trading our forever for a it's our last photograph, the final proof, before our beautiful world lost its roof. Smiling so hard like we never go bad, holding the best thing that we ever had. Now I'm just staring at a frozen frame, whispering to a ghost who forgets my name. Yeah, the paper is creased and the edges are torn, the last photograph of the day we were born. If I zoom in real close to your eyes, can I see the exact moment of the goodbyes? Was the fading already starting to start, or did the shutter speed just cheat my heart? It's a 3x5 graveyard of you and me, the only place left where we still agree. The same, yeah, the paper is creased and the edges are torn, the last photograph of a love dead and worn. Just a piece of paper fading in the light. Your smile is still there in the middle of the night, the last photograph before you walked away. Goodbye. You stood under the flickering porch light, just in the collar of your denim coat. The air was freezing on that Tuesday night as the final sentence caught inside your throat. You said goodbye, but didn't look away, a sharp syllable that cut right through the air. Now it's the only thing I hear all day, replaying in the silence everywhere. And the last word lingers like a heavy smoke, trapped inside the room where my spirit broke. It's hanging in the air, it refuses to fall, like a shadow painted on an empty wall. You walked down the driveway, you drove into the dark, but your final goodbye left a permanent mark. Yeah, the car is gone, the engine dies, but that last word lingers in my eyes. I try to drown it out with radio songs, turning the volume up to number 10, but every melody just proves me wrong and brings me back to that porch light again. It's just 7 letters, but it weighs a ton, crushing the chest of the girl you left behind. I'm staring at the setting of the sun with that single word burning through my mind. And that last word lingers like a heavy smoke, trapped inside the room where my spirit broke. It's hanging in the air, it refuses to fall, like a shadow painted on an empty wall. You walked down the driveway, you drove into the dark, but your final goodbye left a permanent mark. Yeah, the car is gone, the engine dies, but that last word lingers in my eyes. Why couldn't you say that you were sorry instead? Why did you leave that bitter word in my head? It's an echo that won't stop, a bell that won't quiet, a violent scream and an absolute riot. You took all your things, every shirt, every book, but you left me the echo of the breath that you took. word lingers in my eyes. Goodbye, it's still hanging here. Goodbye in every single tear. The last word never fades, it just stays. I look out at the garden that we used to tend. The green is turning into shades of rust and gold. I can feel the structural break at our summer's end, and the sudden bitterness of the approaching cold. You used to hold me tight against the autumn wind, whispering that your love would never change its hue. But now the branches are bare and the sky is thinned, and I am losing every single piece of you. And the leaves fall down on the frozen ground, just like the promises you scattered all around. They change their color, then they drift away, leaving me broken in the morning gray. You let go of my branch, you let go of my hand, leaving me stranded in a changing land. Yeah, the season is shifting and the shadows crawl as I watch the final leaves fall. I saw a golden leaf caught in your jacket hood, the one you wore the day you said you couldn't stay. It's funny how a nature metaphor understood the exact moment that you decided to walk away. You didn't break my heart with a violent storm, you just detached yourself and let the gravity pull. I used to think our canopy could keep us warm. Now I'm just staring at a yard that's entirely full. And the leaves fall down on the frozen ground, just like the promises you scattered all around. They change their color, then they drift away, leaving me broken in the morning gray. You let go of my branch, you let go of my hand, leaving me stranded in a changing land. Yeah, the season is shifting and the shadows crawl as I watch the final leaves fall. But spring will come back to the trees outside, while I'm still drowning in this bitter tide. How does a forest learn to bloom again after the frost has taken everything? I'm raking up the memories of you and me, but I'm just stripping down a dying tree. As I watch the final leaves fall, drifting down to the cold dirt, nothing left but the hurt. Leaves fall like tears. Goodbye. Goodbye. I open up the closet to the very back wall, where the bright colors are hanging in a row. But I bypass the yellow and the summer lace for a shade that reflects the way the shadows grow. I pull the heavy black fabric right over my head, smooth the dark creases down against my skin. I'm putting on the uniform of what is dead and letting the official grieving begin. I'm wearing a mourning dress for a living love, burying the ghost of what we used to be. There are no black veils or church bells above, just a broken girl drowning in an open sea. You didn't die, but you're completely gone, left me in the dark while promises we couldn't keep. My friends ask me why I'm dressing like a funeral pyre in the middle of a hot and sunny afternoon. They tell me to shake it off and change my attire, saying I'll find somebody new real soon. But they don't understand the funeral in my mind, or the wreckage that you left on your way out. I'm marking the loss of the best of my kind in the silence that is louder than a shout. I'm wearing a mourning dress for a living love, burying the ghost of what we used to be. There are no black veils or church bells above, just a broken girl drowning in an open sea. You didn't die, but you're completely gone. Left me in the dark while you moved to the dawn. So I'm wearing this black satin, heavy and deep, crying for the promises we couldn't keep. It's a tragedy without a single physical grave, a memorial service for the love we couldn't save. I sit in the front row of this empty bedroom space, staring at the vacancy where I used to see your face. No one brings me flowers, no one holds my hand as I say goodbye to the future that we planned. Heavy and deep, crying for the promises we couldn't keep. Mourning dress in a world of gray, watch the colors slowly fade away. You're still breathing, but you're dead to me. In my mourning dress, goodbye. I watch your lips move, but I can't hear a word. It's like a television playing on mute. You're packing up your keys and taking your coat and leaving me with nothing left to dispute. My throat is closing up, the pressure is real, like underwater trying hard to breathe. I'm begging you to stay with everything I feel, but you just turn around and prepare to leave. And it's a muted scream tearing through my chest, a silent hurricane breaking all the rest. I am screaming out your name, but it makes no sound as my entire world comes crashing to the ground. You look right through me like I'm made of glass, watching the best of us turn into the past. A muted scream in an empty room, just a quiet explosion of doom. The front door clicks and the apartment goes dead. The static in the air is starting to rise. I'm running to the window just to see your car and staring at the taillights with burning eyes. I open up my mouth to yell for you to stop, but nothing comes out but a heavy sigh. Every single memory starting to drop like a rainy day in the middle of July. And it's a muted scream tearing through my chest, a silent hurricane breaking all the rest. I'm screaming out your name, but it makes no sound as my entire world comes crashing to the ground. You look right through me like I'm made of glass, watching the best of us turn into the past. A muted scream in an empty room, just a quiet explosion can I scream away the loss of your voice? I'm suffocating in the space you left behind, going completely out of my mind. It's a war inside my head, with no weapons inside, just a lonely girl losing the fight. Explosion of doom, no sound at all, just the tears that fall, a muted scream from a broken dream. In the quiet I fade. I saw you standing by the edge of the cafe. The midday sun was hitting you a different way. We haven't spoken since the night the world went cold. Now we're just strangers with a history untold. You reached your hand out just to say a polite hello, as if our bodies didn't used to melt like snow. But when my fingers brushed against your open palm, the entire universe lost its sense of calm. And now we're shaking hands like we never held them, acting like we never spent those nights in bed. We're making small talk like we never loved them, erasing every beautiful thing that we said. I feel the tremors from my wrist down to my spine, trying to pretend that you were never mine. Look at us now, the ultimate demands, two broken hearts just shaking hands. You asked me how I've been and if I'm sleeping well. I lied and told you life was great, a story to sell. But my thumb is tracing over where your ring line used to be, hoping you don't notice how it's killing me. Your grip is firm, professional, and completely numb, while my chest is beating like a heavy, tragic drum. You withdrew your fingers and you put them in your coat, as 1,000 I misused got stuck inside my throat. And now we're shaking hands like we never held them, acting like we never spent those nights in bed. We're making small talk like we never loved them, erasing every beautiful thing that we said. I feel the tremors from my wrist down to my spine, trying to pretend that you were never mine. Look at us now, the ultimate demands, two broken hearts just shaking hands. How do we go from tangled sheets and matching heartbeats to formal greetings on these crowded city streets? Disguised as a hello, a final bitter curtain call to our show.
Small talk like we never loved them, burial service for the words we left.
shaking hands, like strangers do. Cold skin, no more me and you, just a polite goodbye, and my trembling hand in the wind. I can feel the tilt beneath my heavy feet. The water's rising up to touch the bedroom floor. We're throwing memories out into the deep, trying to lighten up the weight of what we bore. You're frantically patching up the cracks we made, while I'm standing with my arms frozen tight, watching the golden summer colors start to fade into the blackness of a cold October night. And we're just standing on a sinking ship, watching the water swallow up our deck. I feel the anchor slipping from my grip as we become a tragic, beautiful wreck. You hold my waist like you can stop the tide, but there is nowhere left for us to hide. Yeah, the ocean is taking what we couldn't keep. Two broken hearts drowning in the deep. The radio is sending out a final distress, static and noise bouncing off the wet, dry wall. I'm looking at you in your favorite summer dress, wondering how we ever managed to fall. We built this vessel out of promises and gold, thought it could survive the roughest storm. But the wood is rotted and the air is freezing cold, and there is nothing left to keep us warm. And we're just standing on a sinking ship, watching the water swallow up our deck. I feel the anchor slipping from my grip as we become a tragic, beautiful wreck. You hold my waist like you can stop the tide, but there is nowhere left for us to hide. Yeah, the ocean is taking what we couldn't keep. Two broken hearts drowning in the deep. Do we go down together with our eyes wide open, or do I jump into the freezing sea alone? Every single rule we made has now been broken, and our castle of cards is entirely overthrown. There's only one life jacket left on board, and it belongs to the one I adore. Yeah, the ocean is taking what we couldn't keep, and I am left here drowning in the deep, going under, no air left. The ship disappears in a sea of tears, sinking ship, down it goes, goodbye. I drive down to our spot on the coastal edge, where the horizon meets the fading blue. I'm sitting right on the concrete ledge, where my shadow used to tangle up with you. The dashboard clock says it's 7 p.m. The sky is bleeding into purple and pink. I'm looking at the ring you chose to condemn, watching my heavy heart start to sink. And it's the sunset on everything we made. This is where our shadows finally end. Yeah, the darkness is winning, the night is set. We're just a beautiful, tragic sunset. The gold is slipping right through my hands, like the promises you swore you would keep. I'm writing our names in the shifting sands, knowing the tide will bury them deep. It's crazy how something so gorgeous and bright can turn into blackness in a matter of ticks. You traded our warmth for a freezing night, leaving me broken in the global matrix. And it's a sunset on everything we made, watching the beautiful colors start to fade. You pulled the light right out of my sky and left me standing in a dark goodbye. The sun goes down, the cold sets in. This is where our shadows finally end. Yeah, the darkness is winning, the night is set. We're just a beautiful, tragic sunset. But tomorrow the sun will rise up again while I'm still trapped in this bitter end. How do I wake to a brand new dawn when the only light I ever wanted is gone? You left me drowning in the twilight glow, with nowhere left for my love to go. Tragic sunset, fading out into the dark. You took the light, but left the mark. The sun is gone, no more dawn. Sunset, I see the cursor flashing on the glowing screen, a blinding light at 3 o'clock in the morning, staring at the blank white digital page without a hint of a sound or a warning. I know you clicked the chat and typed a phrase, then backspaced it all until the lines went flat. You left a trail of 3 dancing dots, and I'm stuck wondering what you meant by that. It's an unwritten apology hanging in the air, the most painful words that you never sent. I'm reading between lines that aren't even there, trying to decipher what your silence meant. You almost said sorry, you almost confessed. Instead you just left the weight in my chest. Yeah, the empty space is a heavy penalty, living in your unwritten apology. I found a notebook in your old desk drawer, with the first page torn right at the seam. I can see the indents your pencil made, like the faint remains of a broken dream. You pressed so hard on the very first word, I can trace the letter D with my thumb. You wanted to say something before you left, but your pride or your fear made you completely numb. It's an unwritten apology hanging in the air, the most painful words that you never sent. I'm reading between lines that aren't even there, trying to decipher what your silence meant. You almost said sorry, you almost confessed. Instead you just beautiful truth hidden inside a lie. Just left the knife in my chest, yeah. The empty space is my reality, drowning in your unwritten apology. 3 dots fading, and I'm still waiting. The draft is empty, just like me. Unsent goodbye. I draw my arm around the hardwood floor. The battle lines are blurred inside this room. We spent a year just slamming every door, turning a garden back into a tomb. My throat is raw from all the things I screamed. Your eyes are bloodshot from the words you threw. We finally broke the perfect life we dreamed. There's nothing left for us to damage or undo. And now the white flags are flying in the wind, surrendering the love we couldn't save. This is the part of a quiet grave. No winners here, we both just lost the war. We can't keep fighting for it anymore. Yeah, the white flags are waving in the cold, letting go of the future that we sold. Pack your weapons in a duffel bag, the old receipts and every photograph. The tension drops, the heavy shoulders sag as we look at the wreckage with a hollow laugh. It takes a lot of strength to just back down, to raise your hands and admit defeat. We burned our castle to a ghost town, and now we're strangers on a quiet street. And now the white flags are flying in the wind, surrendering the love we couldn't save. This is the part where loneliness begins, standing on the edge of a quiet grave. No winners here, we both just lost the war. We can't keep fighting for it anymore. Yeah, the white flags are waving in the cold, letting go of the future that we sold. Is it peace if it leaves me feeling broken? Is it a truce if I'm crying on the floor? The final bitter truths have all been spoken, and there's no reason to defense anymore. We wave the cloth we call the ceasefire, and stepped out of the emotional wire. letting go of the hand